But every now and then we highlight an NGO that is about to do something that needs the support of people in the community to help them to get it done. Jessica Dewhurst joins us now, CEO of the Justice Desk. And Jessica, good afternoon. Very quickly, what is the Justice Desk?
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. We are a South African non-profit organization that educates and empowers everyday people to be human rights defenders and change makers. And we do this across Africa, West Africa, East Africa, and South Central. And we have an incredible project called the Mbokodo Club, particularly in South Africa, which works with young girls that are survivors of rape and gender-based violence. And we do this through self-defense classes, through girl empowerment workshops, and also mental health care and trauma counseling support.
How long have you been doing it for?
We turn 10 next year, and Mbokodo itself is 5 years.
And the sort of, with 5 years you can't really talk long term, but the medium term impact on these rape survivors through having been through the Mbokodo Project?
Absolutely incredible. Our young girls have, as one girl describes it, she's gone from victim to victor. And we really try to encourage our girls to realize that they are not their past, they are not what has happened to them. They really focus on their classes. They're becoming incredible human rights activists in their communities, in their schools, in their families. We've had girls who have been attacked and now are able to physically defend themselves. And we're also having young girls take up leadership spaces where previously, we had young girls who weren't able to speak, whose confidence had completely been taken away from them, who really couldn't even be in the same room as a man. And now they're standing up, they're making speeches, they're doing spoken word poetry, they're joining leadership groups with men as well. They're taking up space where previously it was a very different story. So it's having an incredible impact on our young girls, and they're not only making a difference for their lives and their communities, but they're inspiring other girls as well to really understand that, gender-based violence is not your fault. And that there are people who love you and are here to support you, and the Mbokodo Club are one of those places.
And 10 of your Mbokodo Club girls have been invited to a human rights exchange program in South Korea next month between the 10th and the 22nd of December. And it sounds like an extraordinary program that they will get to go through if they get to South Korea. And this is where the appeal for funds, the appeal for help comes in.
Yes, so we've actually been recognized by the 18th Summit of Nobel Peace Prize laureates. So they're going to be meeting in South Korea, and we are going on a human rights exchange program with the Hope to the Future Association. But once we found out that we've actually been recognized by the Nobel Peace Prize laureates, they've invited 10 of our girls to come and speak to them about the Mbokodo Project, to talk about the impact they have so that they can be recognized for the incredible work that they're doing. So we're trying to get 10 girls to South Korea. As you mentioned, 10th of December is when we'd like to go. Our fees there in South Korea are completely covered by Hope to the Future Association, but it's about getting us there. And I think this is something that everyone should back and support because, they're not just representing the organization, they're representing our country. This is the first delegation of South African, but also African women who are going to be going to the Summit of Nobel Peace Prize laureates representing our country. So I think it's an incredible achievement. And I think also being young girls who are survivors of rape and GBV, they're going there with a very clear message, which is that we want to stop this. This is not something that should continue on our continent. And as young women, they have the right to stand up and fight for the lives that they deserve. And I think that it's going to be a very powerful message and one that's going to be heard by 20 Nobel Peace Prize winners in person.
What, I presume money is part of what you need. Is it all that you need, or do you need goods in kind as well?
So we're looking for people to donate. We have a concert that we're doing at Herschel Girls School on the 26th. You can go to our website to purchase tickets. Zulani is going to be performing, as well as our Mbokodo girls and some of our boys in our project. So we're raising funds. We're desperately in need of funds to purchase the flight tickets, but also things like travel bags. Our girls have never been out of Cape Town. So, and it's also going to be snowing in South Korea, so they probably never have experienced this type of cold before. So we're looking for things like travel bags, scarves, warm clothes, whatever you are able to help, because all our girls come from township communities and they come from poverty-stricken families. So we want to make sure that all the goods that we have to support them on this trip, that we make it happen for them.
And the main, perhaps the first point of contact is your website.
Yes, so you can go to www.justicedesk.org. You can also go to any of our social media platforms at the Justice Desk. And if you'd like to attend the concert fundraiser on the 26th of November, you could go to Quicket and you type in Mbokodo Project and we will show up.
Thank you very much, Jessica. I hope you get what you need. Jessica Dewhurst, CEO at the Justice Desk. So justicedesk.org is the website.